Hello people, I'm here. I'm gonna do a live and show a bunch of the stuff that I'm doing because I have to make a bunch of things anyway, so I figured I'll just go live, and while I'm getting my stuff done, people can stop by or not stop by or scroll past or, I don't know, watch me make stuff. That's what I do. So these lives are fun and I've gotten a positive response from them, so there. Hello people. Okay, oh, I always have the sound on. I'm going to do a live and show a bunch of the stuff that I'm doing because I have to... All right, so let me make that bigger. There we go. Again, I keep giving you my profile. All right, give me 1 second because I'm going to share this to my business page. Excuse me. And then I'm going to share it to my VIP group in case anybody wants to stop by. All right, give me 1 second. Okay. There we go. All right. All right. Okay. I'm working on ManyChat, and ManyChat, I don't have it set up yet, but ManyChat is like this bot thing. It's a bot that Facebook allows, and when you set it up, you can, hi Donna, thanks for stopping by. You can set this up like to be automatic. And so I'm kind of excited to be able to figure that out. I haven't quite gotten there yet. I'm not really a huge fan of bot responses simply because I feel like it's impersonal. But honestly, as the business is growing, I need to have a more efficient way to answer everybody, because some days I can get 20 messages, you know, and as much as I want to be able to answer personally to everyone, there's just only so much time in the day. So what I'm hoping to do is set up like shorter answers, like quick answers for quick questions. And hopefully that will allow me to have more time to give to people who have a more involved request. Anyway, I know I wanted to point out that I have a workshop at the Wine Room in Honesdale, and this is what we're going to be working on. Okay, keeping the class small. I do have room for a couple more. Hi Laurel, hi Michelle. The event is set up on my page, but it's not showing how many people are attending because some people have paid me in cash outside of the PayPal. So I'm going to try to fix that up. So we do have a couple of spots there if anybody's interested. This is the Enjoy the Journey. I'm going to bring other words and other stuff. This is just a quick little project I put together to show as an example. It's on the new Chalk Couture's new palette boards, which are really, really cool. And this is going to be a lot of fun. So if anybody wants to participate in that, let me know and I'll get you all signed up. All right, what else did I need to say? I don't know if I need to say much of anything else. I am going to be in Oliphant on the 24th and in Wilkes-Barre. How do you say it? Is it Barry, like B-A-R-R-Y, or Bar, like B-A-R? I have no idea. So I'm just going to say Wilkes-Barre because that's what comes out of my mouth. I'm going to be in Wilkes-Barre on the 30th, March 30th. So that's going to be fun. So stop on by and say hello. All right, now I'm going to flip my phone. As you guys know, I do, and often don't have success doing it. So we'll have to see if this works. All right. I think we should be good here. I have it set up pretty high because I want to make sure that the whole area is seen. Seen. That's what I want to do. Okay. I'm going to get my stuff over here because this is a canoe paddle that I'm going to do something really cool on, but I have to do it in steps. So I'm just gonna, what I'm planning on doing now are just a couple little things, shorter things that I need to get done anyway. And if anybody is just showing up and didn't hear me say that before. So I want to make sure that this is set up in a way that you guys can see the work area. And I think that that's looking good. I could be wrong, but I know I can see the chair over there. Anyway, all right. So This is a canoe paddle that I'm going to be working with. And for anybody that's showing up and does not know what Chalk Couture is, Chalk Couture developed these adhesive back transfers that have silk screen in them. Instead of being open like a stencil, it is a silk screen. So that makes it a nice, smooth, finished product that looks really kind of cool when it's done. And you'll see it if you've not seen them before. These are washable and reusable, and they work on just about any surface. And the paste is awesome and comes in a bunch of beautiful colors. And that paste dries hard to the touch, but it can be washed off with water, or you can seal it with a quick spray. So if that's something that gives like a short explanation of what it is that Chalk Couture is. We also have ink that can be used on fabrics, which is kind of cool. All right, so I think I need this just a little bit over more. And there we should be good. From this angle, it looks like it's too far over, but, well, we'll see. All right, so when you're working with wood, this is just that unfinished wood that you pick up. I picked this up at one of those big box stores. I don't even remember which one it is. Hi, Naomi. Thanks for stopping by. And so Chalk Couture will absolutely work on this surface. It is not finished, so I am choosing to stain it and finish it with finishing wax. And I'm just going to give it a quick rub. Doesn't need a lot. This is just regular fine sandpaper. Really does not need a lot. Just to smooth it out some. Turn that over. That's where the sticky thing is. The price tag and the description. And sometimes the residue on that is just so much, where they adhere so strongly. I have to use, I have to heat it in order to remove the price tag. So it doesn't need to be super, because this is really, this is not rough at all. If this was a regular piece of wood, I wouldn't take the time to do it. I wouldn't take the time to do it on a live. It would just take too long. But that's just a quick little sanding, and I'm just going to wipe it off with just a regular cloth. Nothing that's special, nothing fancy. All right. That's going to bug me, but there's nothing I could do about it. I wonder if I can sand it just a little bit more. Or maybe I can use my eraser. Let's see. Is this going to work? Nope, that doesn't really work very much. That is our regular eraser that Chalk Couture sells, and it didn't do no good. All right, so here we go. All right, that's going to obviously be the front. All right, so I picked up these cans of, what is this called? Stain. I just picked them up. They were on clearance at Walmart, and I didn't like this color at first, but then the more I used it, the more I liked it. When I did my first project, I thought, oh, that's why it was on clearance, because it's ugly. But I actually do like it now. And staining is super easy, but I like to wear a glove when I'm doing it, just in case. And I use just bits of old, it's an old t-shirt, undershirt. All right. Like I said, it's not involved. It can stain your hands, so, you know. I should have another glove, but I used all of my gloves, and this is the only one I have left. So I just dip it in there. There's a stain, and you can tell this is like a really ugly towel that's underneath it. See, it looks very gray going on, but when it dries, it's not that gray. It is not. Hi, April. Thanks for stopping by. I appreciate that. I'm working on some Chalk Couture stuff, just showing some different processes that you can use when you are working with non-Chalk Couture surfaces. Non-Chalk Couture surfaces, for the most part, do not have to be prepped or treated. We do have several, boy, that is some raw wood. It is soaking up that, it is soaking up the stain. Chalk Couture has a bunch of non-washable surfaces now, and that's kind of cool because not everybody is interested in redoing and remaking stuff. I thought that it was a cool idea, and that's one of the reasons why I fell in love with it. But the more workshops and parties I do, I learned that not everybody is looking. Look, I just put my hand all over that. Do you see that? Ah! That's why I don't have, I should have my other glove. Anyway, so this just goes on, and this is going to sit. The can says that it dries in an hour. Whoa. All right, there I go, making a mess on my hand again. Oh, well, you know what? In for a penny at this point. I like to let it sit for a little longer. And then I buff it off. And once it is buffed, I go ahead and, boy, that was so silly to do that, right? I go ahead and use finishing wax. And I have some finished pieces over here. I just wanted to show you how easy it is. And it really is clean. If I would have had another, what are these things called? Gloves. I swear, the older I get, I don't know what's going to happen when I'm 90. I think that I'm not even going to remember my name because I'm so, like, I can't find my words sometimes. They say it's menopause. I don't know. As if menopause isn't horrible enough. I have to forget everything. Maybe I could forget all the hot sweats. Maybe I can forget that. Okay, so I'm just going to let this sit over here and dry. No big deal. I'm going to lean this on something, but I'm going to put a cloth so that it doesn't leave a mark from the wet stain. All right. Okay, that's just going to sit there. I'm going to take my glove off, and I'm going to do a quick wash of my hand with the disinfectant wipes. I don't know if this is going to work. Honestly, this is the first time I ever got stain on my hand like that. I thought I could maneuver it without having another glove on. Stupid me. What can I tell you? All right, let me put the lid on here in case I'll be the one to knock it over. Okay, so when the stain is dry, you buff it off and you're left with this really cool finish. I didn't like the color at first, and then when it dried, I kind of fell in love with it. I thought it worked really nicely once it was all dried off. I'm still trying to get some of the stain on because I don't want it to stick on anything else. This is just one of the Target finds. I'm saying Target. This is my own private Facebook page, so I'm hoping that it's okay that I mention places by name. On my business page, I'm not allowed to. This is shared to my business page, so I don't know. Maybe I'll get in trouble. Maybe I won't. You never know. All right, I'm just going to put this aside. Good enough, good enough, good enough. Okay, so this is one of the Target finds. They had them in that big bins when you first walk into the store. Boy, us chalkers found tons of stuff there this year. Tons and tons of stuff. And this was one of them. And every time you go in, there's like a new collection of things. And nothing is more than $5. My sister found these on clearance at the end of the Thanksgiving season, I guess. And it's really cool, and it has a little rope that I can put in there. What I did, I colored it different on this side because I thought, well, we can maybe chalk both sides. That would be cool. I'm not chalking this just yet, though. Okay, finishing wax. This is the finishing wax I pick up at the Home Depot. It is super easy, super affordable. I buy the big giant can because I use a lot of it. We sell little like chapstick sizes for small projects that you're going to work on. Not everybody needs this gigantic size can, but as you can see, I use a lot of it because you can use finishing wax on any surface. It's any surface that you are unsure of whether the transfer, the Chalk Couture transfer, is going to give you a problem by sticking onto it too strongly, or by pulling splinters of wood off. Okay, so I did sand this, absolutely, and then I put the varnish on it. So it was kind of treated, but this is not a Chalk Couture surface, so therefore I am not willing to take a chance of it ruining my transfer. So I'm just going to put a little bit of wax on it. You saw I didn't really use hardly any. And then I let it sit on there for a bit. I'm not going to do the other side yet because I want this side to dry first. Okay, so see, super, super easy. And you can use the finishing wax on anything from wood to metal, just about anything. So here's another collection. Just these miscellaneous little signs that I pick up and clearance in different places. So I love the Chalk Couture surfaces, but I love that I don't have to use them for everything. You know, they're lovely. I do like them, but this was, I think this was $2.44, and then it was half price. So that was a super simple. And this is not made for these kinds of crafts. The original purpose of this is a painting palette, a painting surface, as painters will use these instead of using a canvas and paint on the wood. But I have discovered that it works really, really nice with Chalk Couture. So there we go. I'm just like taking it off, the excess off the side. So that's going to sit and dry. Okay, so that's 1, 2, 3. I've done 3 of them so far. This is a piece of wood that I picked up at Walmart for $2.54. Now, I already did a Chalk Couture on this exact surface, and I took a chance to see if I could wash the paste off, and it was on there for a while. That was, I think it was the You Are Enough transfer, and it washed off. It did take off some of the white. You can see on the back, there's more white on the back, but for the most part, that is a completely reusable piece of wood. I do not remember waxing this piece of wood prior to creating on it, so I am just going to rub some wax on it now just to show how super easy it is. So if you're coming and watching the replay, yay. If you are watching the replay on YouTube, even more yay. I actually have my YouTube channel all put together, and I'm starting to upload my videos. I think there's 5. Is it crazy that I only want to upload the good videos, the ones that I really like? So this is going to sit and dry. And so, yeah, my YouTube video is up and ready to be viewed by the world. Okay, this is literally $1.97 at the big box Wally store. At Wally World, is that what they call it? Wally World. All right, let's see if I can send an invitation to a couple of people. I know people are just scrolling by, and that's absolutely fine. Facebook likes it when you have people that comment on your live videos that you do. Yes, I can't do 2 things at once. And so if you want to give me a thumbs up or a happy face or a heart, happy faces and hearts work much better. And so if you want to go ahead and give me a happy face or a heart, I would so appreciate that. Because Facebook recognizes that as being something that's interesting to people. So if it's interesting to people, then they share it more. And if you share this video, on the lower right-hand side of your mobile device, there is a share button. Please go ahead and share that with the rest of the world. If you want to share it in Messenger, wow, that would be like really cool. Really means that you like what I'm doing here. And the cool thing is, if I'm doing a couple of projects here, so say you only want to share one part of the video. This one's probably going to be a little bit longer simply because I'm doing a couple of things. When you go to YouTube and you go to share a video, it gives you the option of at what point in the video you want to share. So if there's something in here that you want to share with others, you can, and you only want that one little part, you can just go ahead over to the YouTubes and you can, there we go. That looks about done to me. All right. I'm not going to do the other side just yet. So you can go over to YouTube and you can click share and you can just adjust it. It says, where do you want it to start from? And you will have shared just the part of the cool video that you wanted to share. Okay, so that's done. So I have 1, 2, 3 of them that are ready to go. I keep my rags in a bucket over here. Just a little bucket I picked up. I keep them in there. You can use them a bunch of times and just cover this when you're done or else it dries out. And that's all there is to treating your surfaces with finishing wax. All right. I am not going to be doing the stained items just yet. So I'm going to move the ugly one away and I'm going to grab a less ugly one. They're still dirty. They're not dirty. They're just stained, which means that they're loved. But it gives me a clean place to work. So I am in the process now. Hi, Heidi. Thank you for stopping by. I have a couple of beginner chalk shows, workshops that are coming up in the area. And so what I wanted to do was do 3 short little projects to show the facility that's going to be hosting. I am going to be able to show them these projects so that they can choose which of the project they want to do with their customers. So these are the ones, the 5x7s that I chose. This is the 5x7 board and base. The board and base can be used this way, or you can stand it up this way. Okay. You can decorate the wood. You can paint the wood, glitter the wood, use the transfer on the wood, and you get 2 sides. So you can do 2 projects on one surface. All right, I'm going to move these out of the way. Okay. So this is a collection of our 5x7, our size A transfers. And these are the 4 that I chose to do. There's actually 5 there. I don't know if I'm going to do the sheep or if I'm going to do the chicken, because the chicken is adorable. But I know that I'm going to do these 2. And I'm going to start with the Have Courage and Be Kind, because that one's a little bit more involved. So here we go. Hi, Heidi. Thank you for stopping by. I appreciate that. I am just doing my Chalk Couture business here. Oh, I need to fuzz this. Okay, so when we pull a transfer off, and even though this one has been used, it doesn't need to be fuzzed that much, because this is a beautiful Chalk Couture surface called a boutique board. So there's not really an issue with the transfers over sticking. So I'm just going to fuzz it. And by fuzzing it, we put it on a towel. This is a Chalk Couture towel. You can use any towel that you want. You put a little fuzz on the back so that the adhesive is just limited a little, because when you pull these off, they are super, super sticky. And if you're putting this on glass, like, you have to fuzz it to where you think it's it's ruined. You need to put a lot of fuzz on there. Okay, so I'm going to go and I'm going to make this even with the top, because I want to leave room on the bottom for when it goes into the little holder, the little base. And that's going to be nice. That's going to fit right there. So with the 5x7s, you want to, I think that they are made to fit in that way, to make it even to there. All right, so that's all attached. And here is my tub of squeegees. I'm just going to take a small squeegee and make sure there are no bubbles. You can hear it. There, you hear that? It's like Snap, Crackle, Pop Rice Krispies is what it is. All right. So that's nice and secure on there. The reason you don't want bubbles is because if there are bubbles where the transfer is, it will leak underneath. Oh, and I see that there's a little piece of something in there. Normally, if it's on the green, it does not matter. But this is kind of also sticking onto the transfer part, the open area. So make sure that that's, whoop, see, I gave it a crease. Okay, so I'm going to do peel and dry with this also. Am I? No, I'm not. I think that I'm just going to make this one white. Oh, I'm so torn. I do like to do the colors. Let me think on that for a second. I'm going to do peel and dry. That's what I'm going to do. Executive decision. These are our pastes. This is Parakeet, this beautiful green, bright white. I am going to use green for the leaves, blue for the flowers, and yellow for those little flowers. All right, so I'm good. All right, so I'm going to open my pastes and keep them here. And you can see these are 2 of my newer colors. And there is the lemon yellow. We don't have lemon yellow anymore. We have, what is it called? Bumblebee instead. So there's this, and this. All right. I am going to start with the green because that's the larger of this area. So you want to put the paste on the larger part first because that's going to dry the slowest. Okay. Here's my little stir stick. I'm out of breath. I don't know why I'm out of breath. I ate Chinese food for dinner. We had an early dinner. I love Chinese food. You guys like Chinese food? My children were one of the few kids that I know that didn't really like Chinese food. I mean, pizza was never a problem. Takeout pizza was never an issue. But pizza, they weren't a fan. I know a lot of people aren't going to stop by now because it is kind of dinner time. People are getting home from work. But this was the time that I could do my live. So here I am. These are the new Chalk Couture stir sticks. They say they are disposable. I would not dispose of them. I think that they're very reusable. All right, so I'm going to take the green. This is a half small squeegee. This is a mini squeegee, rather, a half mini squeegee. These are our small squeegees, and they're easily cut. You can cut them to size so that you can get into small spots. So I'm going to start, and I'm going to do the leaves in green. And you'll see that I'm leaving it on quite thick because I'm going to be doing more than one little section. You know what I'm going to use? I'm going to use our cool tool. This tool is amazing. This, I think, is going to work better. Okay. And, oops. Here we go. So, what has everybody been up to? Anybody been up to anything interesting? March is such a difficult month. You can't really do much outside, and you're so darn tired of being inside because the weather this year has been nothing but rain and cold. Today was a beautiful day, and I couldn't go out because I had a lot of work that I needed to get done. And see how I'm just maneuvering it. I could use the blue tape. I could use the blue tape if I wanted to. I just didn't want to take the time to do it. Blue painter's tape, you can put it on any section that you do not want to get paste. And that will stop the paste from getting on that part of the transfer. It's really kind of cool. So tomorrow I'm going to hang out with my friend at the Cocoon in Hawley, one of our favorite places. Shout out to my friend Carol, who's awesome. And we have not hung out for quite a while. Makes me sad. And I am looking forward to hang out with her. But today was 70-something degrees, and guess what? Tomorrow the high is 46. So go figure. And there are different ways that you can do this. You can do all one color and then do the whole thing in one color, peel it off, wash the transfer, line it up, reapply it, do another color. But I like the way this peel and dry goes. Okay, so that's there. I have my wipes. I'm just going to use a wipe. I usually use a paper towel, but this is quick and wet. I'm going to clean it off nicely. All right. So, oh, I didn't do those little leaves. I think I'm going to do those leaves in a different green. Where's my other green? Not that it really matters. See, I'm worried that that's going to dry. So now I feel pressured for time. Dun, dun, dun. I see somebody watching. If somebody's watching, say hello. I'm just going to stir it a little, put a tiny bit on the corner because those leaves are little. Now, those leaves are little. But it's nice. It's a little bit different. The color is a little different. And since we use so little paste, I don't mind it if I don't get a chance to scrape that off because it dried because it's starting to dry, and I don't want to take the time to do just the one color. So kind of taking a chance because some of it looks like it's drying already. What happens when it dries is that the paste will come off with the transfer when you lift it up. It won't ruin the transfer in any way, shape, or form. It doesn't ruin it at all. It just makes it so that you want to do your transfer over again. All right, there's some blue for the forget-me-nots. All right, I'm going to do this one blue also. All right, blue. Okay, hi Morgan. Thank you for stopping by. Good to see you. I'm doing a tiny A-size transfer today because this is going to be an example to one of the local restaurants in which I'm going to be having a make and take. I'm going to be hopefully at the Trackside Grill in Honesdale. Okay, that one's got bubbles, huh? I'm just going to do these little dots here, here, here. So I thought that it would be better to start off with a simple, even though I probably would only offer one color for this. I don't know that I would. I'm just scraping off the excess now. I don't know if I would offer this for a first, hey, why did I put that on there? For a first time chalker. Because that could be a little bit difficult. Because I know what I'm doing, and it's still, I feel pressed for time. Just scraping that off and scrape off the blue. And that green there. All right, let's see if it dried in there. I don't know. We'll have to see. You don't want to pull it from the side. You want to pull it from the center if you can. Yeah, see, some of it dried in there. What happens is some of it dries and then it peels off. So that is too detailed, and I am not afraid to make mistakes or when I'm doing these lives, because people have to see that, okay, it's not the end of the world if it didn't come out the way you want. And I'm going to show you why. Because, let me just cover these up so they don't get a dry film on them. I have a little tub of water here. That's what I have. I don't like the way that looks, so I'm going to peel it off all together. I'm going to put this in the water over here. No big deal. I'm going to use my Chalk Couture, has these little, what do they call it? Like a little sponge, a cleaning sponge. It's really like, it is really like a magic eraser. And all I'm doing is just lightly brushing the paste off of this transfer. No big deal. And now I'm going to sit it on a towel to dry. Move that over and move that over. I wish I had two cameras, but I don't. I have shown how to wash the transfers before. It's not difficult. You put them in water and you wipe them down. Okay, so here. This is all wiped down and clean now. All right, but it has to be dried. You can't work on your transfer if it is still wet, because then the paste or the ink will just, it will just be all over the place. It will be a hot, hot mess. So what do we do with this? It's super easy. All you do with any Chalk Couture paste is you wet it down with a little water and you wash it off. And that really is that. Look how easy that is. So cool. I was not liking the way that was going. So I just washed it off. Fine. Now we're done. Start over. I like the way this particular transfer looks when it's all in white. It looks very, very cool. Here's the transfer. I'm just going to put it on here and dry it off a little bit. Oops. Okay, and for whatever reason, the adhesive on the back is reactivated when you use a, what is it called? Off my brain. Disinfectant wipe. I'll get it. Disinfectant wipe. It doesn't have to be any brand or any kind. It could just be a disinfectant wipe. Never, ever, ever use, baby wipes on your, I want to fuzz this a little because it feels very sticky. Never use baby wipes on your transfers. If you use baby wipes on your transfers, they will get ruined. So, anybody feel like giving me hearts and likes and thumbs up? I would so appreciate that. Lower right hand corner of your mobile device, you can go ahead and share this so other people can see the fun of Chalk Couture, as well as watch me make mistakes and have to redo them. Some people are into that. Facebook really likes when people share videos. Do you know that Facebook shows your stuff to like 10% of your friends, but will show up to 70% of your friends when it's a live video? So not only do more people get to see what I'm doing, if you share this video, then even more people get to see, and then it's fun. Okay, I'm just going to use the bright white. I'm going to use the small squeegee, and I'm going to put, that's not a lot. I'm going to put a bunch of that back as well. So there, I spread that on there. That's about it. Swipe it down. Oh, I did need more, right? I'm still going to scrape a bunch of it off. Okay, so I'm going to go down this way. Scrape it off. Scrape it off. Scrape it off. Oops. All right, now let's see if this works better. There we go. Courage came out. The A and the courage came out funny. That's okay. I think that it wasn't quite dry. I think that's what happened. But doesn't it look cool with just a one color? I love the way it looks with just a one color. I do, I do. So, if you're at a workshop and you're working with this and you do it and you hate the way it comes out, you just have to wash it off and do it again. And that's what makes it so, so, so cool. All right, my towel there. And I'm going to scrape this off here and cover that and throw that right into the water. Your transfers can sit in the water for a while. I don't like to leave them in there for more than half hour, 40 minutes or so, just covering up my paste, because they start to curl, and when they curl, they become difficult to use. Okay, so there's the first one. Let's sit that in here and we'll see. Yep. And it doesn't touch the bottom, so that's one. Okay, so now another option was this really cool phrase that says, well-behaved women rarely make history. All right. And this one is also going to be on the 5x7, but it's going to be long ways, horizontal. And I am still going to line up the top here. All right. And if you guys want to be notified whenever I go live, if you care to be involved and see the other things that I do, I forgot to fuzz this, didn't I? And see other things that I do when I do more lives, you can just click the little bell. I think the little bell, or it pops up and says click here if you want to be notified, and just a little notification will pop up to let you know that I indeed am going live. If you are looking at this product and thinking, wow, I would love to mess around with this, and you would like to buy some Chalk Couture, just comment add me, and if you comment add me, I will be able to add you to my VIP group. And in the VIP group is where I do more lives and giveaways and contests, and I sell bundles that give a discount, and we have these awesome little singles packets. I want to use this, in which we can offer a couple of colors inside in these boy, I'm really having a hard time talking today. We can put several different colors inside of the bundles, so you don't have to invest in several jars of paste. So the pastes are not that expensive. I can't mention it on my personal page. Facebook does not like that, but they're not expensive and they last forever. But buying 3 pastes, you know, that's a little bit of an investment. The little singles packets make it easier for you to try different colors. So I have these 2 colors, and I'm going to marble this. So it's going to have these colors mixed up together. And how I'm going to do that is quite simply put some on my transfer, on my my tool, sorry, and I'm just going to put a couple of dots here, there, and everywhere. Okay, I don't have to put a lot. Then I'm going to clean this off. I really guess everybody is eating and getting home from work, because I chose this time. This was the time I had to get it done. We're good. Then I'm going to take the purple. So hopefully people will see it on the replay. So if you are interested and you want to be in the VIP group, just comment add me, and I will gladly add you to the VIP group. If you're looking at this and you are interested and saying, hey, I might want to make money off of this. If you are not working with another designer, I would be glad to help you. I would love to have you on my team. We have a fun team with lots of good training. So if that interests you, then just put more info and I will get you the more info. So now you see these dots and I'm just going to swirl it down. All right, see how I swirled that? And the secret with marbling is you don't want to mix it too much. I'm going to put that in here. I know it's mixed. Sometimes I don't mind putting it if it's a little bit mixed. If it's a primarily purple or pink, I'll put it right back in the jar because it doesn't make that much of a difference in the overall color. So let's see how this is looking. All right. Oh, look how pretty that one is. I like that. That's really nice. Awesome, awesome. Okay, I'm also going to be starting to, I don't know if I'm going to start it tomorrow. I think I'm going to start it Monday. On Monday, I'm going to be doing a really big project, but I'm going to be doing it a little at a time. So I have this large chalkboard and I want to put all manner of spring on it before spring actually arrives. So, and again, I'm just over here just swiping that off a little bit. Grabbing a towel, I'm going to wipe my hands. Okay, so that says well-behaved women rarely make history. That is absolutely true. I agree with that. This is mostly purple. I don't mind putting that in there. I'm going to just absorb it into that real quick. You can see that tiny little bit didn't make any difference whatsoever in the beautiful color that I had there. Other people might freak out and not want that done. That doesn't bother me. I'm okay with that. Okay, so I would like to put a flower on this as well. And I think I'm going to use yellow. All right, I'm going to put that in there, put that there, and I'm going to put a flower on there in yellow. Where'd my yellow go? Oop, that's gray. Where'd the yellow go? Oh, why was the yellow over there? I have no idea. Where is my flower? Here's my flower. It's kind of detailed, but this has been used a couple of times. You can fuzz it on anything. I'm not going to be overly concerned with it being fuzzed, but this is a cool flower that comes from our spring icon set. So we have a set of these little 3x3 transfers. There's 12 on one sheet. Very cool. All right, so that's looking a little bubbly. Sometimes when your paste sits, it gets a little bubbly. And all you have to do is give it a stir and you'll hear the bubbles pop. Can you hear that? And all that's doing is, now you can see it went down in the jar because I just mixed the little bubbles away. Remember that old kids guy, Raffi? Was that his name? And he sang the bubble song. He sang that song, Eat Apples and Bananas. Do you remember that? Am I so old? Are my kids so old that that's like antiquated? Nobody's ever heard of that. I like to eat apples and bananas. And he had the bubble song. Okay, I don't really know what the point of that was. I guess because I heard the bubbles. Okay, so I'm going to put some paste on here. And I'm just going to swipe it on there. Okay, put a lot of it back. You want your paste to be the consistency of cake batter. Any thicker and it dries super fast. Look how cute. Any thinner and yeah, I'm not so sure I'm digging that either. Oh well. Maybe it needs a little flower over here. I'll put that over here. This is what happens when you don't plan ahead. Things don't come out. In my head, that looked much better than it does, but whatever. And I just put this one down so low that it's going to be inside of the base. But it's kind of cool. I'll put another little part over here. And you'll see I'm not rewashing the transfer between every use in this instance because it's small. And as long as the paste is not dried in it, it should work just fine. And this one looked okay to me. And plus, if a little comes off, it looks chalked anyway to me. All right, so there's that. I'm not too thrilled with that. I'm not going to lie. I'm 2 for 2 today. Is it 3 strikes I'm out? I don't know. I don't know. My creativity bug is not working. I'm not so thrilled with that at all. Not at all. That's okay. I do have a lot of squeegees. Having all these squeegees makes it easy to do projects because I don't have to worry about wiping them off in between. Okay, and so here is number 2. Okay, well-behaved women rarely make history. That's kind of cute. Put that over here. And now I am not going to do a third one. I'm going to go ahead and show you how I would buff this off. This is now the, this is the cutting board that I waxed. And so now the wax is on here, and what you need to do when it's done is you need to, okay, this is going to shake that up, so I'm going to do it holding it. You just need to buff the wood, and what buffing it is going to smooth out any of the grain that is left, that was left, the lines from the, when I put the wax on it. So you just want to buff it off. So now the wax is worked into there, and when you use a transfer, it's not going to stick, and it's going to work really, really well. If it's not buffed off a lot, some of the, I realize I'm pulling this off, some of the wax will get onto your transfer, and you don't want that to happen because then it could diminish the life of your, okay, does this fit on here? That one doesn't fit. I thought it did. Where am I? Does this one fit? This one fits. So that's what I'm going to put on here. This is a B-size transfer. It says all you need is love. It comes with little flowers that you can use with it. But I'm just going to put this on, and this would make such a cute little gift from a kid for Mother's Day, because kids can easily do use Chalk Couture. Super easy. And I think a mom would love to have a little project that their kid made and they can hang it in their kitchen. How cute would that be? Okay, so that's dark. So I want to have a bright color on there. I think I'm going to use our, is this guava? Is this one the guava? That's Couture Teal. But I think I'm digging the guava. The guava is kind of like my spring color. It's my new favorite color. I keep hitting the camera. I apologize. One day when I'm rich and famous, I'll have another phone that I can go ahead and I can go ahead and what? And have 2 cameras going at the same time, so I don't have to have this rigmarole set up there thingy. Okay, so cute, cute, cute. I'll put a little bit more on there than I need. See if I can do it in the one swipe. So let's see. Okay, so I'm putting a dollop here, a dollop here, and a dollop here. All right. Let's see where we are. Isn't this color pretty? I love this color. I think it's so pretty. Okay, so now I spread that on a little thick there. And I just want to scrape the excess off. Okay. Wouldn't this be cute for someone for Mother's Day, or for a grandmother for Mother's Day if a little kid made this? I have seen 3-year-olds work with this stuff, and I've seen people 100 years old work with this stuff. It's incredible. So much fun. Look how pretty that is. Okay. It's not 3 strikes, you're out for me. Hi, Laurel. I don't know if you're still here, but I see you said hello to me again. Yes, I've been here this long. Just working. I have to do these things anyway, so I figured I'll just go live and see where I am. Not see where I am, so people can see what I do. And the process. It's not long. I mean, how long have I been on? 40 minutes, and I've already did a bunch of little things, prepping projects, and as well as did a couple of them. So, super easy. I showed what happens when you make a mistake and you can just wash it off and do it again. Because this has been treated, this would probably wash off completely if I needed it to. It has, because it was finished with the finishing wax. Okay, so there's that. That is lovely. I really do like the way that one came out. All you need is love. That would look nice in somebody's kitchen. Okay, so do I have one more? I think I have one more that I'm going to do. I was going to do 2 more of those 5x7s of the basin board, but I'm not going to because this is taking a while. And I want to go finish watching TV with my hubby. I haven't seen him in a while. He's been working busy. My husband got a new route at work, which means that we're going to have more time together on the weekends and stuff. So this is our 10x10 square. So my point being that I want to be able to sit and chat with him for a little bit. This is our 10x10 square. It's a boutique board. It is really an affordable, adorable first kit kind of thing. It comes with some hemp rope, or at Christmas time I put ribbon, or you can put spring ribbon in there. And it's such a nice, just a nice surface to work with when you're first starting out, or even when you're not first starting out. I did some pretty intricate things for Christmas with this one. Okay, but I think this is cool for a first time project. Now, I want to make sure that I'm pulling this off properly. Pull the backing from the transfer, not the other way around. So that's laying down, and I'm just going to take my fuzzing mat, fuzzing cloth, put that on there. And this one's been used a couple of times, and that's okay. The color on it doesn't make any difference. It still works the same. So I'm going to go ahead and peel this off. And the top of that is feeling rather sticky. So I just want to make sure that that's not going to be a problem on our surface. Now, again, with the boutique boards, you rarely have a problem with transfer sticking. So this is another encouraging phrase. I love this phrase. It says, she believed she could, so she did. And I put that at an angle like that. No, I'm going to put it straight. I will put it straight. I'm going to align it down here to make sure it's straight and even Steven. Let's see. That's working there. Okay, I wanted to make sure that it wasn't too far down. All right. Now, this is a B-size transfer on a 10x10 board. And it fits perfectly on there. I'm going to use a squeegee to get the bubbles out. Not too many bubbles on this one. Okay. So with this one, I am going to use yellow, which is also bright and fun, and gray. Oh no, I think I'm going to use this one. I'm going to use yellow and poppy. Okay, so this is the lemon yellow and the poppy. And what I want to do is do believed in the poppy and the rest of this in yellow. Okay, so I am going to actually use some of the blue painter's tape. I don't need a lot, but I just want to make sure I don't want to have to worry too much about getting into this other word here. So I'm just going to put a piece of tape to block it. It's really super easy to do this. Look at that. Now it's blocked off, and I don't have to be overly concerned with getting the poppy paste on those words that I want to be yellow. I'm going to use a mini squeegee and get believed here. Okay. You know what? I think that I want to do did also. Oh, did that drip? I dripped. That's what I get for being creative as I'm talking. Boy, this is a weird live, huh? Weird. Okay, I want to put another little piece of tape right here. There we go. And that's really just to block it so I don't have to worry about getting paste, getting the wrong color there. Okay, so now I want to do believed and did. Okay, now because I don't want to have to pull it off and redo the other color, I'm going to leave this on kind of thick so that I can do, whoop, right under that. Hope that's okay. So that I can do the other words without worrying about it drying too quickly, because the rest is going to be kind of easy. Okay, and I want to do did. I did this, I think in February, and I did it with red and white, and it really looked pretty. So I'm thinking that this is also going to look nice. This poppy color is really, really pretty. It is a very pretty color. All right, so I want to put a little bit more right there so that, okay, and then I'm going to take the yellow. I am going to pull the tape off. See? And it kept me from getting the orange on the yellow. Now, the secret is to not get the yellow on the orange. That is the secret. Okay. Get me some yellow here. And this is the same yellow. I think that I got this maybe the first month that I started Chalk Couture, and that's how, oops, I forgot to take this one off. That's how long that the pastes, oh boy, there we go. That's how long the pastes last. Alrighty, there we go. All right, I think that this would make a really nice first project for somebody, because it's just enough to be creative, but not so much you feel intimidated by the project. So I am going to probably do this at Trackside Grill in Honesdale. Introductory price is going to be really, really good because it's my first time doing a workshop there. So I did put a little more on here because I wanted to make sure that it was wet when I pulled it off. All right. Okay, and I'm afraid that that's going to start to dry. I know I'm very quiet right now because I'm concentrating on not smearing it, and I'm seeing that the orange, the poppy color, is kind of drying in the bee. So I want to wet that down a little bit before I pull it off. And that really does help. If you see that your paste is starting to dry, you can just moisten it up a little bit. Hopefully that's enough because, all right, let's see. Okay. There we go. She believed she could, so she did. That is really kind of cool. Alrighty, alrighty. I'm still learning how to manipulate the pastes here. It's interesting that it does have a learning curve. It's super easy. The more you do it, the more little things you start figuring out. Like on these dark boards, I realized that I can put the paste on a little bit thicker so it's more vibrant on the surface there that we chose. But that's all I'm going to do today. So I did She Believed She Could, So She Did, which is an awesome, awesome, empowering phrase. Okay, I did that one. Let's move this out of the way and I can show the projects that I did. I said project like I'm from Canada. Projects. Projects. Okay, move this over here. So that's out of the way. Okay, she believed she could, so she did. Have courage and be kind. Well-behaved women rarely make history. And all you need is love. I think those are all going to show up there. And I showed you how to wax a surface and how to stain a surface. Next up, I'm going to work on the paddle that we stained. And that's going to be cool. I have a really cool transfer that I'm going to be using. It is the Spring Summer add-on. And it has canoes and fishing poles and all kinds of fun stuff for the man in your life, for the Father's Day gifts. And that's all I have for you guys today. Thank you so much for staying here. And I can't even speak today. I don't know what's wrong with me. And I hope you all have a fantastic weekend. I'll be here early tomorrow morning, maybe. I'm not sure. I may be coming to you from the coffee house. It really depends on what time I decide to get up. So I hope you all enjoyed what you saw. And if you like what you saw, please, please feel free to share. Thank you.